Hello students, I welcome you all for the sixth session of the chapter Units and Measurements. In our last session, what we have discussed is what are the methods of expressing the errors. So there are three ways of expressing the errors: absolute error, relative error and percentage error. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ types of expressing errors ಅನ್ನು ನಾವು last class ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿದೀವಿ. ಈ ಒಂದು ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ if you do a measurement, if A is a physical quantity, imagine A is a physical quantity. So you know that how do we represent a physical quantity or how do we represent a measurement of a physical quantity. ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಮೆಷರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಆ ಜನರಲ್ ರೆಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟೇಷನ್ ಹೇಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂದರೆ A plus or minus delta A. Correct? You know that A is a true value of a quantity and this delta A is known as a absolute error. Somewhere we have one more quantity B. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟಿ ಬಿ ಇದೆ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. ಇದನ್ನ ಮೆಷರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಹೌ ಡು ವಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಸ್ ದಿಸ್ ಬಿ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಆರ್ ಮೈನಸ್ ಡೆಲ್ಟಾ ಬಿ. ಸಪೋಸ್ ಇಫ್ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ an equation like this, z is equal to a plus b. So we have an equation as sum of these two quantities. This quantity and this quantity are measured. So if we do the measurement of these quantities, there is some errors of delta A with respect to A and there is an error of delta B with respect to B. Now if I am adding these two quantities, or sometimes we may have an equation z is equal to A minus B, and even we have z is equal to A into B, or z is equal to A by B, or even z is equal to A power n. When we are doing this addition, subtraction, multiplication or division, what happens to the error? So that we have to see in this class. Let us write the first side heading A as error of a sum or a difference. Error of a sum or a difference. Let A and B are the quantities with measured values. A is measured as A plus or minus delta A and B is measured as B plus or minus delta B. Now let us write Z is equal to A plus B, which means we are adding these two quantities. So the measured values of A and B are written like this: A plus or minus delta A and B plus or minus delta B. Now if I represent this Z is nothing but a addition of these two. So this is the final result. So the final result Z is now expressed as Z plus or minus delta Z. So here the final result Z, when we adding these two quantities, the final result also involves an error of delta Z or an absolute error of delta Z. So what happens to this delta Z when we add these two? This delta Z is simply written as delta A plus delta B. Okay. So when we are adding the two physical quantities, the final result also involves an error. So how do we represent the error in the final result? That is nothing but delta Z. Therefore this delta Z is written as delta A plus delta B. So what is the rule we can formulate using this? When we add the two physical quantities, the error, the total error in the result will be equal to the sum of the absolute errors in these two measured quantities. So delta A plus delta B. Now what happens if I have an equation like Z is equal to A minus B? If the equation is like this, A minus B, so we are subtracting the two physical quantities. Again this final result Z is expressed as Z plus or minus delta Z. So this delta Z is nothing but it is the error when we are subtracting the two physical quantities. This is nothing but a total error when we are subtracting these two physical quantities. Again, what happens to this delta Z? Delta Z is equal to delta A plus delta B. When we are subtracting the two physical quantities which are having errors of delta A and delta B, the error is again added up. So The conclusion from these two is, when we are adding the two physical quantities or when we are subtracting the two physical quantities, the error, the total error in the result will be always added up. So this is the rule. So I will write what is the rule. So we are concluding the rule as, when the two quantities with errors are added or subtracted. So when the two physical quantities having errors are added or subtracted, the absolute error in the final result is sum of the absolute errors in the individual measurements. So this is the rule. So I have explained you that if you consider z is equal to a plus b or z is equal to a minus b, z is equal to a plus b or z is equal to a minus b. So this final result z. So what is the error in this z? The error delta z is equal to, which is nothing but an absolute error. So this delta z is always delta a plus delta b, where delta a is the absolute error of the first measurement or the quantity a, and delta b is the absolute error of the quantity b. So error of a product or a quotient. Now consider two quantities, consider two physical quantities A and B with absolute errors delta A and delta B respectively. Okay, consider two physical quantities A and B with absolute errors delta A and delta B respectively, which means delta A is the absolute error of A and delta B is the absolute error of B. So how do we write the relative error for these measurements? The relative error is the ratio of absolute error to the true value. So if we consider the first measurement A, so what is the relative error with respect to this A, which is nothing but delta A by A. So delta A by A is the relative error of A, and delta B by B, which is the relative error of B. Now let the equation is like this: z is equal to A into B. Z is equal to A into B. So the A and B are the two physical quantities which are now multiplied, or it is in the form of a product. Let delta z by z be the relative error of this z. So this z is having a relative error of delta z by z in it. Delta z by z, that can be equal to delta A by A, delta A by A plus delta B by B. So what are those delta A by A and delta B by B? They are nothing but relative error of A and B respectively. So if Z is given by A into B, then the relative error in Z is represented as delta Z by Z, and this delta Z by Z is equal to delta A by A plus delta B by B. What are these delta A by A and delta B by B? Delta A by A is nothing but the relative error of A, and delta B by B is the relative error of B. So what is the conclusion we can give for this one? So the rule says the relative error in the final result will be equal to sum of the relative errors of individual quantities. So this is the rule. Now let an equation is like this: z is equal to A by B. The equation is like this: z is equal to A by B. Let us find out the relative error in z. Delta z by z. Let us write the delta z by z, which is the relative error in the final result. So this will be equal to delta A by A plus delta B by B. So you can see here in this equation the two quantities are in the form of product. Here the two quantities are in the form of division. So either we are doing the product of two physical quantities or we are dividing the two physical quantities. the total relative error in the final result, which is nothing but delta z by z, is always equal to the sum of the relative error in the individual measurements. You can see here and also here. ಇಲ್ಲಿ z is equal to a into b ಇದೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ z is equal to a by b ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಎರಡೂ ಕೇಸಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ ರಿಲೇಟಿವ್ ಎರರ್ ಆಫ್ z ಏನಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, which is equal to the addition or sum of the relative errors of individual quantities. So we can formulate a rule now. So what is the rule says? When the two quantities are multiplied or divided, the relative error in the final result, so that will be equal to the sum of the relative errors in individual quantities. So this is the rule when the quantities are in the form of product or quotient. In the third heading, we have error of a quantity raised to a power. Means if the quantity is like this, z is equal to a power n, like a square, a cube, a power 1 by 3, 2 by 3, likewise. So this n may be anything, integer ಆಗಿರಬಹುದು ಅಥವಾ it is in the form of p by q form. If the equation is like this, z is equal to a power n, what happens to the relative error in z? The relative error in z, delta z by z, is now written as this power n is multiplied to a relative error of a, that is delta a by a. So equation ಅಲ್ಲಿ z is equal to a power n ಇದ್ದಾಗ n ಏನಾಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಅದು ಇಂಟಿಜರ್ ಆರು ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು ಅಥವಾ ಅದು ಫ್ರಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಆರು ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಈ ಒಂದು ಕೇಸಲ್ಲಿ n ನ ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಈ ರಿಲೇಟಿವ್ ಎರರ್ಗೆ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಟು ಫೈಂಡ್ ದ ರಿಲೇಟಿವ್ ಎರರ್ ಇನ್ z, what we need to do is we should multiply this power to a relative error of a. So this is the rule. And suppose if you have z is equal to some constant, so we have some constant, so that constant, it may be a numerical constant or anything. So this k, z is equal to k into a power n. If z is equal to k into a power n, so while writing the relative error of z, you need not to consider this constant. So constant is omitted. So how do you write the relative error now? Delta z by z is equal to this power n into delta a by a. Okay, while writing the relative error of this quantity, when we have a constant with this physical quantity, so this quantity, this constant is omitted. ಈ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನಾವು ಈ ಪವರ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ರಿಲೇಟಿವ್ ಎರರ್ ನ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. And we have the equation like this now. Z is equal to some a power p, b power q divided by c power r. Okay, the quantity is like this. Z is equal to a power p, b power q divided by c power r. Now how do you write the error in z now? ಹೆಂಗ್ ಬರಿಬಹುದು ಈಗ z error ನ? Delta z by z will be equal to power into relative error of a. So the power p into the relative error of a, that is delta a by a, plus here q into delta b by b, q into delta b by b, plus this r into delta c by c. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿವಿಷನ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ನಾವಿಲ್ಲಿ ಮೈನಸ್ ಬರೆಯೋದೇನಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಈ ಎರರ್ಸ್ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಏನಾಗಬೇಕು, ಆಡ್ ಆಗುವಂಥದ್ದು. therefore you will write this as r into delta c by c. So if the equation is in the form of z is equal to a power p into b power q divided by c power r, then the relative error of this z will be like this. So let us solve some problems, then you will get a better idea about this topic. Okay, the resistance R is equal to V by I, where V equals 100 plus or minus 5 volt and I equal to 10 plus or minus 0.2 ampere. Find the percentage error in R. They are given that resistance is equal to V by I, voltage divided by current. The measured values of voltage and current are given. V is equal to 100 plus or minus 0. V is equal to 100 plus or minus 5 volt and current is equal to 10 plus or minus 0.2 ampere. So these are the measured values of V and I. This equation R is equal to V by I is in the same form as Z is equal to A by B. Correct? So here we are supposed to find the relative error in R, so which is in the form of Z is equal to A by B. So the relative error in Z is equal to delta A by A plus delta B by B. You can remember. ನೀವು ಜ್ಞಾಪಿಸ್ಕೊಬಹುದು Z is equal to A by B ಇದ್ದಾಗ ರಿಲೇಟಿವ್ ಎರರ್ ಇನ್ Z ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ ಡೆಲ್ಟಾ Z by Z equal to delta A by A plus delta B by B. ಈ ಈಕ್ವೇಶನ್ ಕೂಡ ಸೇಮ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ರಿಲೇಟಿವ್ ಎರರ್ ಇನ್ R ನ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ನಾವು ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ. ಹೇಗೆ? delta R by R is equal to, this is delta V by V plus delta I by I. So delta V by V plus delta I by I. So what are the values of delta V and V? So here there are the values. Correct? V is equal to 100 plus or minus 5 volt. This is in the form of V plus or minus delta V. And this is in the form of I plus or minus delta I. Let us substitute the values there. Delta V is equal to 5 divided by V is equal to 100. So this is 100 plus delta I is 0.2 divided by I is equal to 10. Let us find this. 5 divided by 100 is 0.05 plus 0.2 by 10 is 0.02. If you add these two, you will get 0.07. Correct? Delta R by R is equal to 0.07. Now, they have asked you to find the percentage error. You know what is percentage error? If the relative error is expressed in percentage, that becomes a percentage error. Means you need to multiply 100% to both sides. That's it. So multiply 100% to both sides. So what you will get? So we are multiplying 100% to both sides. So this is delta R by R into 100%. That is equal to 0.07 into 100%. Now this is nothing but a percentage error in R. So if you multiply 0.07 with 100, you will get 7%. Finally, the percentage error in R is found to be 7%. So ಹೇಗೆ ನಾವು ಇದನ್ನ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ? First R is equal to V by I ಇದೆ. ಈ ಈಕ್ವೇಶನ್ ಇದೇ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ. Z is equal to A by B ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. So what is the error in Z? The error in Z is written as delta Z by Z equal to delta A by A plus delta B by B. In the same way, we have written what is the error in R. Error in R is delta R by R is equal to delta V by V plus delta I by I. So I know the values of delta V, delta I, V and I. So I have substituted the values and finally I got the result as 7%. We'll move on to the next problem. The error in the measurement of radius of the sphere is 2%. Find the percentage error in its volume. What are the given things? Error in radius is 2%, which is nothing but a percentage error, correct? We need to find the percentage error in volume. First, let us write the equation for volume of a sphere. What is the equation for volume of a sphere? Volume of a sphere is equal to, let us write that as V. V is equal to 4 by 3 pi R cube, where this pi is a constant, this R is a radius. Now, volume of a sphere is V is equal to 4 by 3 pi R cube, and this equation is in the form of Z is equal to some constant into a power n. Correct? So this equation is in the form of Z is equal to k into a power n, where k is any constant. So if I write the relative error of Z, what you will get? delta z by z is equal to, I should omit this constant and you should write the power into the relative error of A. So they have given the value of percentage error in radius. We need to find what is the error in V. So let us write the relative error of V now. Relative error of V in terms of this equation. So delta V by V is equal to, this is a constant, so I should omit that. This constant ಅನ್ನು ನಾನೀಗ ಬಿಡಬೇಕು. ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಏನು ಬರೀಬೇಕು? 3 into delta R by R. So 3 into delta R by R. Correct? Now multiply 100% in order to get a percentage error. So delta V by V into 100% is equal to 3 into delta R by R into 100%. Now if you look at this, delta R by R into 100%, which is nothing but the percentage error in the radius, measurement of a radius. So in the given problem, the error in the radius is given as 2%, which is nothing but a percentage error. So this value is equal to 2%. So let us write that delta V by V into 100% is equal to 3 into this error in radius is equal to 2%. So this is 2%. Now the error in volume, delta V by V into 100%. So this becomes equal to 6%. Therefore error in volume is 6%. Here they have given the percentage error in radius. So we need to find the percentage error in its volume. So this constant have to be left out. So you should just multiply the power into relative error of that quantity to get the result, final result. Now we will move on to the next problem. So which is a very important one because E type problem na exam alli nimge kelidare. Okay. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಬೋರ್ಡ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ಬೋದು ಅಥವಾ ಕಾಂಪಿಟೇಟಿವ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ಬೋದು ಇವಾಗ ಮಾಡುವಂತ ಈಗ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡುವಂತ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ನಿಮಗೆ. ಆದ್ರಿಂದ ಗಮನ ಇಟ್ಟು ಇದನ್ನ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಐ ವಿಲ್ ರೀಡ್ ದ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್. A physical quantity P is related to 4 observables A, B, C and D as follows. So we have an equation. Let us write the equation first. P is equal to AQ into B square divided by square root of C into D. We have an equation P is equal to A cube B square divided by root of C into D. So this quantity P is related to these 4 observables which are related like this. And they are also given if the percentage error of measurements in A, B, C and D are 1%, 3%, 4% and 2% respectively, then what is the percentage error in the quantity? So the question is, they have given the percentage error with respect to these observables. What is the error in A? I will write percentage error in A, B, C and D are 1%, 3%, 4% and 2% respectively. So these quantities A, B, C and D are having the percentage errors of 1%, 3%, 4% and 2% respectively. We need to find what is the percentage error in this P. Let us write. First of all, we should understand that this equation is in the form of this. Z is equal to A power P, B power Q divided by C power R. So remember what is the relative error in Z. So delta Z by Z is equal to P into delta A by A plus Q into delta B by B plus R into delta C by C. Correct? Let us rearrange this equation further. P equal to A cube B square divided by root of CD is written as CD to the power of 1 by 2. Correct? Square root is nothing but power 1 by 2. So I have just rearranged the equation P. Now let us write the error in P. Let us write the relative error in P first. Delta P by P is equal to power into relative error of A. 3 into delta A by A plus this 2 into delta B by B plus C power is 1 by 2 and also D power is 1 by 2. Therefore, half into delta C by C, correct? ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. C power is 1 by 2 and also D power is 1 by 2, correct? That is why power is half and error in C is delta C by C. Next, plus half into delta D by D. Okay, you just multiply 100% to both sides to get the percentage error. Multiply 100% to both sides. Then what you will get is delta P by P into 100% is equal to 3 into, I am multiplying 100% to these terms, delta A by A into 100% plus 2 into delta B by B into 100% plus half into delta C by C into 100% plus half into delta D by D into 100%. Delta A by A into 100% is nothing but percentage error in A, that is 1%. Let us substitute that. 3 into delta A by A into 100% is 1% and percentage error of B is 3%. So this is 2 into 3% plus half into delta C by C into 100%. The percentage error of C is 4% plus half into percentage error of D is 2%. Further simplify. 3 into 1%, 3% plus 2 into 3%, 6% plus half into 4%, which is equal to 2%, plus this 2 and half gets cancelled, so it will be 1%. Now if you add this 3% plus 6%, 9%, 9 plus 2, 11, 11 plus 1, 12. So totally it becomes 12%. So the error, the percentage error in P will be equal to 12%. So this is how you should solve the problem. So in this session, we have learnt about the combination of errors and also the rules. What happens to the errors when the two quantities are added or subtracted, and also product and division. So those rules are studied in this class. And also few problems related to the relative error and percentage error. That's all for this session. Thank you.